a backwards pump basket. As you can see, the water is going to rotate in a clockwise, counterclockwise direction. Very obvious. The correct way, it's going to tumble over itself like the debris inside this basket. So when we open up this basket, we're going to see an outflow of water. It's because the pump is below the pool. There's your basket completely backwards. And all the debris that should have made it in it is coming out now. Here's the correct way it should go in. You can see it won't sit there because of the outflow of water. To put the pump basket in correctly, we want to turn that water off drastically. First, you want to turn off the inlet valves, which I'm doing now. This one controls the skimmer and the main drain. And then this is the vacuum port. You'll see it drastically shuts the water flow down once I close that valve. With this particular setup, we're going to have to clean the filter as well, so we're going to go ahead and shut off the outlet valves to make it easier to put the filter back on. You can see the water is still coming out, so it will rise through the filter and come out as you're trying to close it, making it a little more difficult. These are ball valves, and I'm using my trusty pair of channel locks to close those. Over time, the handles break, and this is the only way to turn them. Now once the water is stopped, you can see it's a lot easier for the basket to sit in there, but we still do have a minor amount of water coming into the basket. You can see the notch in there is locked completely in place. That's the way it should go in and stops it from turning around. What I'm doing now is I'm taking the water down out of the basket so it'll easily go on with the pump lid. These particular pumps, you want to make a plus sign with it if you can. Now remember, we always need water for our pump to run, so we have to open up these valves, the inlet and outlet valves, to stop a deadheaded pump, which I'll show you next. The deadheaded pump is usually when all the valves are shut off. The water comes down and goes straight back up because it has nowhere to go. The way to fix this is to open up all the valves to the pump and give it water to run, as well as check the outlet valves and open up any of those as necessary. So the pump has a place to put the water. Either the inlet or the outlet can cause a deadheaded pump. The debris in pump baskets is pretty simple. This is a cleanup job. You can see it's a lot. Vacuuming straight to it. This pump basket is a lot less debris, but you can see it restricts the water flow to the pump. It's still dripping now. This is the correct way a pump should look when it's priming. The water is building and blasting into the back wall. This would be an air leak or a filter. This would also be an air leak or a filter problem. First thing we're going to do is clean the filter. After cleaning the filter, if that doesn't work, we're going to check all the O-rings. Lube if necessary. I'm going to use this magic lube container, the back of it, to actually put into the O-ring to lift it up. And we're going to check and see if it has any cracks in it. You're going to bend it back over itself and look at it, see if any cracks are there. This one we did see some minor cracks, so we replaced it. In this particular case, this did solve the problem, but if it didn't, you'd want to check the plugs at the bottom and all of their O-rings. Like and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and happy pool.